How's it going, Fenrir? You alright, buddy? He's full of spreadsheets. It's called Spreadsheets in Space for a reason, but to be honest, never thought of making one for Ronnie. The thing is, the figures are often changing so much, so it's kind of neither here nor there for Ronnie. It's a bit more tricky to do, I think. Right. So, I want this to be removed now so I can see it. It's just handy for things like remembering stuff. Like, I can always forget things like how much slicksters consume on a daily basis now, or hatches and things like that. It's nice to have that stuff just in front of you. But again, when I'm streaming, I try not to tab out too much if I can, because it just fucks everything up. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this pipe through here, and then we're going to run this pipe all over the show, because why not? And this can sort of be keeping things a bit cooler. And then you're going to come up here and you're going to do a bit of back and forth action. And then that'll be that. And then off it pops towards Polluted Water Town, which is this pipe here, I think. I did build that out like granite or something, didn't I? Yeah. And I think that should work. And then as long as we set this to like active if above 5 tons, then it should be okay. What I might do is we are going to get some stank. We are going to get some stank water. So what do we do about that? I'm going to get polluted oxygen in here, which is in turn going to get pumped down here somewhere. Who would like to eat that polluted oxygen? So just pump it outside. Let's let him just carry on building. I think this makes sense pretty much. We'll move that over one more tile. I think that makes sense. If anybody can see a glaring flaw in this design, please tell me. That should be okay. How's this getting on? Are we getting cool yet? Ah, very good. Very good. Getting very cool. Much cool. Very good. Oh shit. Thanks, Max. Jesus. I was about to pump my nice, clean, filtered water back into Shitsville town. Population, all my shit. Excellent work, Max. Eyes of a hawk. Vocabulary of a Yoda. The greatest. Poof. I kind of want this to go in here. But how can get into this? How can get inside? Fine, thanks. In 1 hour starts the Oni dev stream for the ranching. I'm intrigued as to whether they'll show you everything. Like they'll show everything that they've done, because there's quite a lot of things. I wonder if they've got the option to spawn in the eggs properly. Or in saying that, they can use the sandbox mode because they know how it fucking works. Some lazy day going to put the equipment's data on a spreadsheet. Nice. Well, if you do, Carnage, share it with me, mate. I'd be very much up for that. I will give you a one-man hug. That's what I'll give you. One-man hug and a beard scratch. If you share that with me. Right. Every part of me wants to move this pipe and move this outside the base as well, because it's already a clusterfuck of pipes and stuff that I don't really want. It's not actually that bad. It's not that bad at all. Considering some bases that I've seen recently, this ain't that bad. for plumbing. But I do like to try and keep a bit of space in the base for moving stuff around later. So do we go on the outside maybe? I think outside might be easier. Outside be best. So that's what we're going to do. So we can go back to granite and we can run another line of this through here. Then we'll switch to abyssalite. And we don't have very much abyssalite actually. I think a lot of our abyssalite is still in our oil biome, so we can't technically get to it. Which sucks a little bit of dangus at the minute. So, something like this. Oh. I'm doing all this on priority 9. Oh, I'm the worst. I am the worst. Let's move this to like a 7 or something. Jesus, everything's priority 9. Let's make all this like an 8 and just get it done. I don't want them to not cook and things like that. I've been very impatient all night tonight. Okay. Backtrack once more in the oil gen room and go up to the fresh water pipe there. How do you mean, sorry? Backtrack once more in the oil gen room. Uh-oh. It's too cold. Okay, I'm going to top this up with a bit more water now. Sorry, oh, you did it. Okay, is that what you meant? Okay. In the oil gen room. Oh, you meant the petroleum gen room. Go back on myself one more. And go up to the... Yeah, right, okay. Backtrack. I see. Sorry, buddy. Well, we got there together. That is good. That is good. Right, let's put some actual poo and pee in here. And drop a bit more liquid over here. It's probably going to freeze straight away, but... Nah. It's fine. So, have I forgotten anything from here then? So that's going to pump through there. And the output is going to zigzag all through here, making everything nice and chill. The polluted oxygen, I'm not sure what to do with that. I can just put a filter in here. Send the polluted oxygen outside the base, I suppose. And then we'll need a separate pump down here, a separate pipe rather, because we're over 500 grams on this pipe. So yeah, this will be its own CO2 pipe to its own set of vents, which is fine, honestly. So yeah, let's slap a bridge in here. How are we doing for ice, by the way? 48 tons. Okay. Killer Dreams, thank you very much for the host. And the raid. Good evening, folks. How are you doing? Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Okay. So, we'll get this done. That'll be that. Excuse me. Right. Do we have a puffed egg yet? And where the fuck is it if we do? Puffed. Where is your egg? Come on. What the fuck? How the fuck are we going to grow it in here? Maybe we'll incubate it in here. Though probably straining this wire quite a lot. Whew. Got 3k on that wire. Oh shit, I remember this now. I was meant to straighten all this crap up, wasn't I? I wondered why this wire was so janky. Let's get rid of all that. Are you still cooking eggs? No, we've not been cooking eggs for quite some time, I don't think. I don't think so anyway. I think we're just cooking mushrooms. Just mushrooms. We probably need a bit of an injection of pepper bread though. How much seed have we got? We've got 1,100 grain. So we are actually getting a bit of a bonus of grain at the minute. Although worryingly, I've not checked slime in a long time. 60 tons of slime left at the minute. That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Okay. Jerks. Okay. We're getting there. Yeah, I want to do the exosuits in a second. That's sort of what I've been thinking about. Yeah. That will be good. 60 tons of slime isn't that much. Not really. Not with the rate that we're consuming out. We've got a lot of mushrooms here, so we are using a fair bit of slime. So I think each one of these, how much does it take? 4 kilos a cycle, and we've got a shit ton of these. I can't remember how many it was, but we counted them at one point. It's a lot. So you soon start pissing through tons and tons of slime. It's fine, because we've still got, you know, quite large areas that we've not dug out yet of slime, so we've got plenty for now. It's fine. And considering we're only living off wild sleet wheat, we're getting a bonus of that as well, so it's fine. Right. So I need to figure out the refinery side of things now, which again, I'm probably just going to put in this space here. And we'll do like a petrol tank down here as well, so we can get some excess. I'm going to leave them to just do all the fucking derpy commands that I've left them with so far, because there's lots of stuff going on at the minute. Oh. I always press the room one instead of the conveyor one, every single time. Okay. What's happened here? Oh, this is filled with snow. Interesting. How did this happen? Oh, this is dormant at the minute, isn't it? That's fine then. That's absolutely fine. I wonder what was going on. So when are you dormant till? 44 cycles. You jerk. Big old jerk dick. When are you active? 56 cycles. Jerks! Okay, that's it. That's it. I'm doing a save. Right, we're saving, guys. In fact, I'm going to save this as... Hurry up. I'm going to save as... new save. Honey, fools, and horses. Before... debug. Debut. Before debut. Perfect. Okay. It's time. Tell you what I'm going to do before we do that. I'm going to do a quick reload of the game. And we'll get some volcanoes in. All my volcanoes are shit. I'm sorry, but they're all shit. Let's get some fun stuff in. So, in chat, please start telling me what sort of volcanoes or geysers you would like me to add. Any preferences? I know you all want a metal volcano. You all said that before. Or any others you might want. Volcano's useful. You just discovered one on your seed. Is it as in a metal volcano or a magma one, Killer Dreams? Which have you got? I mean, both are incredibly useful, but one of them you can do a lot more with earlier than the other. Magma. Okay. Only use the places where there were geysers for placement. That's what I was going to do, Max. I think that's fair, isn't it? If we're going to cheat him in and swap the geysers, we'll at least keep them where they were, I think. You're scared to touch it since you're a noob. Well, magma is very handy later on in the game. So with a magma volcano, you can make... depends how confident you are. Scared to touch it since you're a noob. The thing with magma is you can use it for a few different things. If you manage to build a vacuum around your volcano, then the heat stops being an issue. So the magma will come out, it'll be scorching hot, but it won't radiate to anything. You can then use that magma and put it in contact with metal tiles, and then radiate the heat throughout the room without having anything burning up in your volcano room. So the key is really to use vacuums as much as you can. So, right, so just full disclosure. Hands, look, full disclosure. As soon as I press backspace now, anything that wasn't revealed in my game is going to start overheating. Everything is going to be slightly fucked. So if we're doing this, no bitching at me later, alright? I've kept the original. We've got that, and I will give that end save to people that might want a save at the end of the playthrough, alright? I've done it. So, here, down here, what geysers are people asking for? Curious how I'd handle an infectious polluted O2 geyser. I'd feed it to my puffs. At least one magma, 2 metal, and 1 slush. You want 2 metal geysers? Swap 1 crappy water and steam with a new one. No preference, like the original location idea. Well, that's what I thought. At least we can keep them where they were. So, I do have templates that I saved from my debug. So here we go. I don't know if you can see this. Hold on, let me turn my bit jar off a second, guys. You'll get to see the magic now. Bit jar bottom, jar top. Okay. So that you can see this down here. Wait, it's still bits. Go away, bits. Oop. So we've got a 95-degree water geyser. They're the ones that give you a solid supply of water, basically. So what I'm probably best doing, let me find a space up here where we'll discuss it. Okay, so here, for example, and I can delete these afterwards, it's fine. So that's a water geyser, and this would provide me with 25.6 kilograms a second, and erupts for 143 seconds of every 1029. Okay. I don't know if it can be regenerated. 25.6, 143. Oh, totally different now. 43.9 for 190. So we need to decide this stuff. Swap CO2 guys for something else. Definitely camo. Chlorine into slush, CO2 into metal. My wine, good evening, how are you? Chlorine into slush, CO2 into metal. The 50-degree CO2 geyser. I don't know if you have that template. I've got cool carbon dioxide geyser. Minus 55. Is that the one that you're talking about? It's pretty cool. I think I've got most geysers. I think I've got most of them. So we've got 95-degree water geyser, which is the first one I showed you. We've got chlorine geysers. I think we've got enough of them. Cool carbon dioxide. That's this one. Copper volcano. Scoosh. Copper volcano, no walls because, you know, debug and whatnot. What else have we got? Gold volcano. Hot polluted oxygen. 500-degree polluted oxygen. Hydrogen. Iron geyser. Obviously. Magma. And then a leaky oil doohickey. Leaky oil fissure. And obviously we've got slush geyser. I think I've got most of them. So what are you thinking, guys? I know what you said, Mex, and I sort of agree, but I just want to see what people want to do. Ezekiel, thank you very much for the sub, buddy. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. What is slush? A slush geyser is probably my favourite geyser of them all. Slush geyser is nice. Let me clear this so you can see it. I love everything about slush geysers. Let me just mop this stuff in case I've fucking... Oh, right, I've not actually got instant build or anything on. Slush geysers output polluted water at minus 10 degrees, which is beautiful. Ah, shit, all my walls are broken. I really like them. They're my favourite geyser. So you see, we're getting this nice, cool water. I've made a fucking mess up here, haven't I? Yeah, they're probably my favourite geyser. I really like them. They're really, really powerful. Move to spam this love beard now. You certainly can, mate. Slush is like a worse old steam geyser. They're really good. They're really, really good. Because that minus 10 degree water there's a lot of energy in that you can use for cooling all your machinery and stuff. It's really, really powerful. You love gold volcanoes. Oh, I really like the slush geysers. They're really, really strong. Okay, let's get rid of this. You've seen what they all are now. Let me just get rid of this neutronium so we don't get trolled. You've seen what they are now. So I think we've got a CO2 geyser down here that we know is a CO2. Hold on. I'll just get it dug out again just so you can see. You'll repeat yourself. Sorry, nerd. As far as I'm concerned, you've proven you can wear big boy pants for a sustainable base. Go well now. Okay. Okay, nerd. Sorry, buddy. I don't like the fact these things aren't producing non-stop. It makes the game a lot harder. Yeah, you need to get into this sort of habit of having these surplus tanks, Belizano. So funnily enough, I said this on Reddit literally this afternoon. Somebody on Steam had posted a guide, and it was very much about like letting your geysers submerge, which to me is crazy. You don't want them to submerge and go passive. You want them to be fucking constantly being collected. So, does the slush geyser come in different flavours? Strawberry, ice blue, etc. Sadly not. Slush would be cool, and metal. I know next to nothing about the metal magma. So any education would be cool. Okay. Well, listen, I'm not opposed to slapping a metal geyser right next to my base. I'm fine with that. It won't give us much space down here, but meh. So, which would you like, guys? Gold, copper, or iron? You've got a selection. I think normally you get a better throughput with copper and iron, I think. But it is a bit random, to be fair. Could do a pimping gold volcano if you want, and just slap him right there. Obviously, I'll remove the wall so we actually have to deal with it. But yeah, we've got a gold volcano. Iron. Red gnome, I can't read that out, mate, 'cause it's like targeted bullying then, but yeah. I like the combo of slush geyser, hydro geyser, and cool CO2 geyser. Theoretically, can make water, sand, and oxygen. Nice. Iron, 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 pimping gold. These new animals will make it easier to produce some stuff, I think. And copper isn't limited anymore. Yeah, I need to have a bit more of a look into it. I didn't realise just how many different variations of things there were, which is pretty sweet. So you're all saying iron. Okay. Well, let's have a look. This... Let me see. Put an iron geyser there. The only problem is my iron spawn seems to be a bit balked. So I might need to paint in some neutronium. I don't quite know. The neutronium's invisible for some reason. Not sure why. My iron volcano's a little bit balked. But this is 15.8 kilos. Should I analyze it before we leave debug? Second gold, because gold is straight pimping. 3 iron, 3 gold, need a tiebreaker. Well, whilst you're deciding, did the neutronium melt? No, it's busted. Clear wall first. No, I don't think that's what it is, Mex. I think it's just that my, I think this is broken when I did it. Oh no, you're right. Right, well, I'm actually going to have to do something about this. Ah, shit. I wouldn't have opened this up to the elements, but now it is open to the elements. Oh, fuck. I don't have an iron geyser in walls. Well, I'll just have to deal with this. We'll take the heat hit. Fuck it. Alright, okay. So, iron geyser, check. It gives us 15.8 kilograms a second for 15 seconds, pretty much every cycle. So, what's that? 15... Let's get a calculator out. Just make sure it's not garbage. 15 point... How much was it? Sorry? 15.8 times 50. Oh, shit. That is... Nicht so good. So we'll spawn another one. That is not a good spawn at all. 33 times 13 every cycle. That's a lot better. 33 times 13. That's pretty much top draw. Are you all saying gold now? You're all saying gold. We'll do a Magnum one for you as well, nerd. Don't worry. Okay. This takes time, you see. This is why I've sort of been dragging my heels about doing this shit. 33 times 13. Alright, I'm checking its dormancy. Fuck it. Oh shit, I can't do that just yet. One sec, guys. So it's active for 91 cycles. It's inactive for 60 cycles. The active period is important too, though. If it's only active half the time, it's still less. I understand that, Domain, yeah. I do understand that, buddy. But there's different tiers of geyser. So the maximum output I think you can get is like 400 and... Oh, Jesus. I got a... I did have a spreadsheet that I was working on. I can't find the bastard again. One sec. I might lag the stream a little bit, guys, whilst I just open this up. Should have picture somewhere. Oh, here we go. Found it. I don't know if this will show properly. So, right, okay. I've got like a spreadsheet up on my screen here. So, with metal volcanoes, I believe... the maximum rate you can get per cycle this is, which is sort of what we've just done there, or per eruption, is around 500 kilos. This is according to R9 spreadsheet. So I think we're probably about as good as we can get there. Show on Discord, certainly. I'll drag onto Discord, guys. Sorry, it's a picture. Where is it? Geyser sheet. There you go. And here's one for critters as well. They're both shared on Discord now, so you can see those things. So that geyser sheet, if you look, it's slightly confusing how the figures are all set up. This is like his second sheet that he did. You have to work out how long it's active for, how much it's outputting, what its dormancy is, what its inactive period is, average it all out, and then basically figure out how much that is per cycle. Which is why this doesn't work too well.